Hello, welcome. I'm Carmen, your divine synergist of Heart's Joy. Thank you for joining the discussion today. So, the topic is there more to life? And the answer to the question, of course, is absolutely. So, I invite you to vibe with me over the next 20 minutes or so. And if you have any questions, please feel free to place them in the comments below. We'll get to those afterwards. So this was a question that I came to terms with and was kept asking a lot in my mid-20s. And I kept asking, what else is there to life? There's got to be more to eating, sleeping, working, spending time with friends and family, more than just focusing on my career at that time. And that is actually what started me on the quest of why am I here? And if that is you, please know that you are not alone. And there are so many different perspectives out there on this topic, that your purpose is to love. Your purpose is to help other people. That your purpose is to just be. And I'm not saying they're right or wrong. That's the beauty of life that I talk a lot about is perspective. They're all different types of perspectives. And to that, I say, yes, absolutely. It is to help other people. It is to love. It is to be present. It is to enjoy life. And so I just kind of want to vibe a little bit and start to openly have this conversation. And I would love to get your feedback as far as where are you in this discovery, because it's essentially a discovery along our journey, and we're each in this human journey. We're spiritual beings having a human existence. We're having a human journey, and it's going to look different for everybody. So the first thing is, are you doing what you enjoy? And how are you spending your energy each day? And I ask this because a lot of people, after the last few months of being quarantined, have realized that they aren't doing what they love. And they just were doing it for all the wrong reasons, or for the money, or they realized that, they were had decided that, this would be good because someone else had said that it would be good for them. So really start to look at, are you doing what you enjoy? And I ask that because we were each given gifts for a reason. And one of my favorite quotes is, what you want wants you. And it's so true, because those are your passions. That's your fire that in your belly, the bottom of your gut. That is what fuels you getting up every single day to go share your gifts with other people. So anybody who I work with, I tell my clients that, yes, absolutely, your why is you want to help people. And I actually kind of call that a BS why, because to me, in my experience, there's actually a deeper why, and it's got to be a big enough why for us to actually go do that thing that we want to do and continue to do it over and 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 over. Because at some point it may feel boring, because then it's not your why. Now, when I ask the question, how are you spending your energy each day? A lot of that is because especially with social media, we tend to focus time on social media, whatever platform or platforms you are on, and those are created to be a time suck. They're created to keep us going on that hamster wheel of social media. So, one, how are you spending your energy each day? Are you doing that thing that you're passionate about? Because again, if you aren't passionate about it, you're probably going to spend more time on social media. And the other thing is conserve your energy for the things that really need you right now, because we need you right now. We need your gifts. We need to experience your gifts. And are you spending time with people who maybe are energy vampires? Are you spending time with people who don't value your gifts, your time, your energy? They just want to complain all the time. You could give them, it's really up to you how much time you want to give them. Let's put it that way. That comes into boundaries. So the other question that I started to uncover, because again, we're born and our soul has been asked to come to this body, this life, this family, this place for a reason. And there's a lot of things that we have an inner knowing about as like a kid that then can sometimes get overshadowed or buried, if you will, due to life experiences. So, the next question I started to ask myself is, am I communicating with the universe? Are you communicating with the universe? Are you communicating with God? Do you have a relationship with the universe, with God, with yourself? And what on earth does that even look like? Well, it's going to look different again for everybody, because everybody has different gifts. Everybody learns differently. Everybody receives information differently. And the bottom line is that you know who you are. You know what you want. You know what your needs are. You know what your passions and gifts are. And it's a huge self-discovery that, in my experience, a lot of us over the past how many years, we just haven't done. We chose to live a life based on these stories given to us by society, by marketing. And by the way, the reason why I can share all of this with you is because I did it. And I stopped doing it consciously. We were all living unconsciously, allowing our old stories, our fears to run our life until you bring them to the forefront, to the conscious, and then you can start to live from your soul. So once I started to communicate with my angels, that's who I communicate with, or my spirit guides. Everybody's got a different set of guides that resonates with them, so honor whatever resonates with you. And then I started to really have a relationship with myself and with God. I grew up in the church Disciples of Christ, and I thought I had a relationship with God, and I really did not have a relationship. 2014 was the pivotal year when I finally realized that I was just going through the motions of going to church instead of actually having a relationship, which really having a relationship is a whole lot different than just kind of going through the motions. And that relationship is going to be different for everybody. Everybody has different practices, different spiritual practices. And if you'd like to know what mine are, I'm happy to share those with you. Everybody has a different perspective of what that's going to look like. And again, if the label God doesn't resonate with you, use whatever label resonates with you. Divine Source is a very, very popular one. Really focus in on that relationship. And then the next uncovering is perspective. And how are you living in this world? Are you looking at it as life is happening to you, which is typically the case? Woe is me, very much victim mentality, very much scarcity mentality. And it's packaged in such a way that you don't even realize that this is your thought process. And until someone points it out to you, and then the question is, are you open enough to, one, be aware of it and hear it, and two, to do something about it and to shift out of that thought pattern, that thought process? Because here's the thing, you are powerful to do whatever it is that you set your mind to. Every single person has the power to do that. It's a matter of choice if you want to do that. It's a matter of commitment if you want to do that. And for several years, I on and off, because we ebb and flow, we're human, it happens. And I had, I a few times definitely realized, wow, this is total victim mentality. How do I get out of it? Until I was given tools last year to, on a consistent basis, catch myself and then be able to shift. And I promise you that alone, having those tools in order to shift, it's not just a perspective of a situation or a viewpoint. You're literally shifting your energy. We are all energy. Everything is energy. And so energy is not good nor bad. It vibrates at different, it vibrates at different vibrations, higher or lower. And so a lower vibration is toxic, is victim, is scarcity. A higher vibration is love, oneness, God. And so as you shift your perspective, you're literally shifting your body. And then what happens is you're starting to create something new. And you're starting to understand that, yes, there is these other things to life out there that you never knew were out there, because what you were experiencing before was actually coming to you because of the vibration that you were at. And it's showing yourself grace during that time when you come to that realization, and then honoring yourself in order to shift. So a lot of times, well, woulda, coulda, shoulda, leave that aside. You're not a victim. And yes, I just want to acknowledge everyone has experienced trauma. Absolutely. Everybody has survived some sort of traumatic experience. Absolutely. And when we continue to focus on that, then you're not not thriving, basically. So when you can honor, acknowledge the survival, you were there, you survived something in the past, then linear time is there's a present and a future. And of course, time doesn't exist. So we're kind of going down a rabbit hole. So I want to come back out of the rabbit hole. I want to talk about 3 tips to how that you can create and live your life on purpose and really truly understand that there is more to life. And the first one is, I mentioned it earlier, be open. And when I say that, it's be open to shift your perspective. Get curious, ask questions, and let go of that judgment. When you're curious, you're just simply asking questions just to ask questions, not because there's a right or wrong or good and bad. You're just simply asking questions. The second tip is, when you start to gain awareness, that is a key to have everything be different in your life. Because once you're aware, you get the choice to change it. There's differences there. There's having the awareness, and then there's the choice of actually doing something different about it. And there's all sorts of ways for you to become aware. Meditation, hands down, is my favorite way, is to hop into meditation at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. Even if you do 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, that alone helps you gain awareness. And then when we can truly be present, that is that is actually where miracles happen. That is when we're giving ourselves permission and giving others permission for connection, for relationship, for things to shift. Being present, you can do it through meditation, through journaling. And it's interesting because every time I mention journaling, I either get a yes, I love to journal, or no, people overthink it. And I'm not sure where the overthinking comes into play, because it's literally just get everything out of your body, out of your head, onto paper. Don't let it get stuck in your body, because when it's stuck in our body, that's when it expands and turns into dis-ease. So journaling is a great way to stay present. It's a great way to learn and to get rid of any distractions. So if you are huge on watching TV, maybe you just tape some shows for maybe start with one night and then 2 nights during the week, and you watch them later and you are present with whoever is in front of you at that particular time. And even if it is an animal and you live by yourself, get present with a book. Get present with whatever is in front of you. The TV actually emits energy waves as well. And so it's also doing things to us. I'm not even going to go down the rabbit hole of what is on TV these days. That's a whole nother conversation. And even music. I love to listen to music in my car. There's something about me in a car, listening, singing, basically performing in my car. It's a huge energy pump vibration for me. And I get a lot of great ideas, both driving in my vehicle and dancing, moving my body, because we're moving that energy. And there are days when I don't listen to music in my car because I just want to be present and hear. Some people have noticed over the past year that their ears are ringing, and they'll come to me and say, "Do I have tinnitus?" And to that I say, "Well, go get checked first, because if you don't have it, if you get checked and you don't have it, it's most likely that's how the angels are communicating with you, because they're sound frequencies. And if you're listening to so much TV and radio and garbage, basically garbage in, garbage out, that's all you're going to know. And you're not going to be actually listening to what the universe is communicating to you. Because I promise you that the universe is communicating with you every single day. Numbers is the number one way that it communicates with us. The universe was based on numbers, based on geometry. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You are powerful, and you get to create the life that you want. And through these 3 tips that I mentioned tonight, you will start to see a shift. And as we shift, so does everyone else around us. You will start to make different choices for yourself. And that also impacts everyone around you. So, before we go, I wanted to make sure tonight was a quick one, Before we go, I would like to share with you 3 offerings to help you achieve these things that we talked about tonight. The first one is a virtual meditation cafe. It is designed for you to do it whenever you want, wherever you are. And there are videos on there for people who may be new to meditation, may be curious what it is, so you can actually see it. You can follow along. There are simple meditations on there just for you, and there will be new meditations every month. There are also audio meditations on the go that you can use, quickies, that you can download and keep. And then there are also other meditations for those of you to download and use who have been doing this practice for a while. It is a practice. So the more often you do it, the more results that you will experience. The second offering are magical memberships. If you want to help grow along your journey and you want to be able to kind of do it on your time frame, that is your best bet as far as my offerings that I have. The reason why is because we're going to study the 4 agreements. You'll also receive 2 opportunities for live coaching, group coaching, twice a month. There will be a newsletter as well to help you along further your journey. In there, there's going to be a lot of different journal prompts to really get you thinking about things that have been discussed that month in the membership. And it's all online. It's all virtual. The beauty of it is you can do things at your pace. Those also will include a card reading during the new moon and full moon times as well. Knowing and understanding the astrological alignments, at least the fact that they're happening and how they impact you, is huge. And then I can help you work and align with those alignments so you can understand why you're feeling what you're feeling, because I promise you that you're feeling it. And then the third offering is when you are serious and ready to have something be different in your life. You're ready to understand why you are here and how to truly live your life on purpose. The next Live on Purpose course is November the 10th. We won't exactly start on that day. That's just the day that everybody, kind of the last date, everybody can hop in. And then we'll schedule a weekly virtual call for everyone to join. This is a very, very limited group of individuals who will work with me. I only take 6 people at a time because of the amount of coaching that happens in these 1-hour sessions. So I'm going to put the links below the videos. If you are listening to this on an audio, the website is hearts-joy.com, and you can see everything under the offerings tab. Is there more to life? Absolutely. And I look forward to experiencing your gifts that you get to share with everyone else living on your purpose. Sending you much love.